Don't be that girl. You know, the girl that has her weave in so long that it starts looking tired, but she doesn't want to take her weave out because she is so hooked on hair extensions that she does not want to deal with her natural hair, or she doesn't like the look of her natural hair anymore because the hair extensions has created some type of facade, and she has some type of hair dysmorphia going on where she feels like her hair just don't look good without the weave. It looks thin without the weave. It looks short without the weave. Her forehead looks too big without the lace front. You know that girl? Yeah, don't be that girl. You know that girl where she would damage her natural hair just to keep blending it with the texture of the hair extensions? Yeah, that girl. You know that girl who doesn't want to wash her hair ever so often because she doesn't want to mess up the hair extensions? Yeah, that girl. Don't be her. You see, hair extensions are supposed to be used as a crutch to get to longer lengths, or just to make up in some areas where you may have been experiencing some type of hair loss. But a lot of us out here are using hair extensions because we just don't want to deal with our hair. We have taken protective styling for longer lengths to another level. We are at the point where we are not even rocking our natural hair at all because we don't know how to deal with our natural hair outside of hair extensions. That's the problem, y'all. For example, her hair extensions were supposed to come out weeks ago, maybe even months ago. But homegirl was still rocking it because she was not ready to deal with her natural hair until she knew when she was getting another protective style with hair extensions, because she refused to deal with her natural hair. Even though her natural hair is long, even though it's full, and even though it was healthy before she took it too far with these hair extensions, she still is not ready to deal with her natural hair because she got confused and she got it misconstrued. And she really started thinking that these hair extensions were no longer a crutch and it was just a part of her look. No, baby, this is not. This is a tool that you can use to get to longer, thicker, stronger hair. This is a tool we use to keep our hands out of our hair and take advantage of low manipulation techniques. But having hair extensions in your hair round the clock, year round, year after year is not a flex at all. If you've been watching my channel long enough, you know I've been preaching protective styles, and I'm always saying that you can keep protective styles in for months as long as you maintain it. So if you have a protective style in and you are on top of your shampooing, you're on top of oiling and buttering your hair with those hair extensions, then cool. If you're not really putting your leave out through heat manipulation and trying to blend it with hair textures that are not like your own hair texture, well, you know, that's still cool. But once you start crossing those boundaries, yeah, you're crossing into territories that are unknown. And what's going to happen? I know what's going to happen. You're going to start to break your hair. Your hair is going to start to get damaged. You're going to have some kind of hair loss going on. So you really need to just understand that getting hooked on hair extensions has its own repercussions. Rocking a 6-month sewing is one thing. Okay, you rocked your hair extensions for 6 months. Boom. You got 3 inches of growth, maybe 4 inches of growth. You decide you want to do another 6-month sewing. So you do another one. Then you get another 3 to 4 inches of growth. Now you've done protective style straight for a year. You've gotten 2 6-month sewings, and now you retained 6 to 8 inches of hair. We love that. But does that mean that you rock another 6-month sewing? Maybe you could. But another one after that, and another one after that? At some point, you're gonna have to rock your natural hair. You're gonna have to love on your hair. Yes, we all know that protective styles can help you get to longer hair, but protective styles just keeps you from over manipulating your hair. It's not the end all be all to getting long hair. You can get to long hair without hair extensions at all. In fact, that's the best way to get to longer, thicker, stronger hair, is without any type of tension, without any type of weight, without any type of added hair extensions. You can definitely take advantage of using your own hair in protective styles such as twists, such as braids, to really get to longer lengths. And your hair is going to appreciate that more because you won't be caught in a cycle of letting your hair get too dry because it's cooped up in a protective style, or not remembering to moisturize your hair because you can't really see your hair because it's underneath a protective style, or really getting to shampoo, condition, and really cleanse your hair because you don't know what's really going on because it's been in a weave for months. You cannot do that. I mean, you can, but it would be more beneficial to you if you actually took real breaks. And I know some people are like, that's what letting your hair breathe is about. And it's not only about letting your hair breathe, it's about really letting your hair be free. No matter how much you shampoo your hair with hair extensions, it will never be as clean as if you shampooed your hair without hair extensions or when it's not in a protective style. There are plenty of times where I helped cleanse somebody's hair in a protective style and their scalp will look clean. But what about the buildup that's in between the braids of the hair extensions? And you know what I'm talking about. All that dust and accumulation that occurs within any type of protective styles, especially when you have hair extensions, it just ain't gonna get clean enough. So it's best to really take these much needed freedom breaks in between your protective styling so you can definitely cleanse your hair better, so you can really get out all that buildup, so you can do regular detoxes and regular hot oil treatments and really treat your hair so that it can remain strong. So when you are ready to do your hair extensions, your hair is protected for real and it's strong enough to handle everything you throw at it. Hair extensions like sew-ins can really help you retain some length. It's one of my go-tos for people who want to keep their hands out of their hair, have a good protective style, grab some length, and still enjoy their hairstyle because it just looks good. And you get to enjoy different type of hair textures without manipulating your entire head. But there's one problem: your leave out. Yeah, if you want a great blended sew-in, you're gonna leave some hair out so it can look more realistic. Yes, there are people who take advantage of lace closures, but there's just some people who feel like a lace closure just doesn't look as realistic as leave out. And I feel them, it doesn't. So the problem with leaving out some of your hair when it comes to a sew-in hair extension is that leave out, especially if you're trying to match it to textures that are not like your hair texture, basically your leave out is going to take a hit. No matter what you do, I've seen people do so much to protect their leave out, and at the same time, it does suffer a little bit of damage. Even if it's just a small amount, it does suffer because the rest of your hair is cooped up and protected underneath. So all you see is the hair extensions texture, which it might be straight, and then you see your hair texture, which is not straight in the leave out. So you're always constantly going to try to blend your leave out to match your hair extensions. Over time, over the next couple of weeks while rocking that installation, you are going to over manipulate your leave out. So your ends are going to slowly chip away. Your leave out is going to get a bit thinner. You might even lose some edges. Like it may happen. And if you continue to do this type of protective style back to back to back, especially if you're someone who's dedicated to a certain part, like you love your middle part and you don't want to switch it to side parts, and you're constantly doing a leave out sewing, your leave out is going to take a hit. It will. So the best thing to do is to just rock your natural hair. If you will care about your hair, and if you really want to take advantage of getting long hair as fast as possible, just don't even get caught up into doing certain styles because it's going to get addictive. Like you're going to get hooked on it. You're going to want to keep doing that style because you're going to love the reactions you get while rocking that hairstyle. You're going to like the way you look in a mirror with that hairstyle. You're going to create some type of complex, and you're going to not love your hair as much because you don't even remember how your hair looks. You're really going to start to think that hair extensions is your hair. and that just complements you better, which it doesn't. The look that complements you best is your natural hair at its most healthiest state. That's the look that's going to complement your features the best. But your hair thinking a bust down middle part looks best on you because you're hooked on that look. That baby, you need to take a freedom break with your hair and you need to embrace your hair. What's the point of growing your hair extremely long if you don't want to be able to rock your extremely long hair? And that's another thing. Some of us, we be rocking a weave for so long that we forget how to even handle our natural hair. So we'll have in some braids for months and months and months and get braids again, braids again. And then when we can't rock braids, we're dealing with all of this long natural hair. The braids are out, the hair extensions are out, and boom, you have this. You have some thick, long, natural hair, and you don't know what style to do. You don't even know how to really shampoo your natural hair all at once. You don't know how to really oil it. You don't know what style to do it. You feel like you need to blow dry it just to handle your hair because you don't know what to do, because you haven't had any practice, because you were hooked on hair extensions. You were hooked on protective styling, that now that you've got to your goals with your natural hair, you don't know what to do with it. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's why you have to take these much needed freedom breaks to get back to reality. If you say long hair is your destiny and big hair is your birthright, you better act like it, because you gonna get it, and what you gonna do with it.